Alright, game of the year it might not have been, but Payday 3 had quite an expansive year one when we look back at it. So it comes as no surprise that they're now planning to sell an all-encompassing edition, as Plan and Starbreeze attempt what can only be described as a soft relaunch of the game on October the 30th. It's a smart move, as it really goes without saying the Payday 3 value proposition as of today is vastly superior to what it was at launch. We have 7 more heists, 15 new weapons, additional skills, mechanics, heisters and cosmetics, as well as what's still to come in the Anniversary Update Part 2, also slated for the 30th of October. Additionally, there's the promise of the revised Armor 2.0 and skill system overhaul that we now know is in the works thanks to Red Archer's game director interview. The future looks bright, if you're willing to spend the money in the first place to make it happen, that is. The Year 1 edition includes all 4 DLC bundles, so heists, weapons and cosmetics, that released over the past year, alongside pre-order content for the Gold and Silver editions, and the 5 outfits and weapon presets previously only available as compensation for us mugs who paid full price for the special editions, which seems a little backwards, all things considered, but as I've already said, the incumbent player base are not the future. Payday 3 is relying on wider, more mainstream uptake to stay afloat, hence why this deal is aimed at players who haven't found the game yet or are sitting on the fence since launch and they want to pack as much value into it as possible. Anyway, this announcement is occurring in tandem with a sizable price reduction for the base game and its DLCs, likely to fit around what they plan to charge for this bundle. Assumedly, it'll replace the £50 Gold Edition as a simple all-content option for those looking to get into Payday 3 after hearing about the recent improvements, whilst also owning everything ever released for the game. Bringing the price down is sensible, as Starbreeze surely wants to onboard as many players as possible over the next few months, because those numbers are going to dictate the scope of sales for future DLC releases. Price changes aside, in all honesty, it's not much for us to get excited about. I still want to see more direction for Year 2 before sticking my neck out again and recommending this thing, and I say that in full knowledge of the fact that you buying it could help save the game and support my channel as a result. I just have to show a bit of integrity here, given my own uncertainty about the future. However, what I am interested in, as someone who already owns the game, is what's directly coming in the second part of the Anniversary Update in 2 weeks' time. Fortunately, this graphic gives bits of that away too, including the new look crime net and likely menu or lobby appearance. Glancing across at this graphic, you will see the server browser icon, which looks to be taking the exact form CrimeNet once did for Washington over in New York. Not only is this ticking the nostalgia boxes, it's also an immersive and practical design which worked damn well in Payday 2, so is excellent to see revived in the sequel. In terms of functionality, we can also expect filters to be included, meaning we should finally be able to search for more specific lobby types. We also get a sneak peek at the UI update with this new image of the gang set against the night sky. We've actually had access to this image for weeks over on the Payday 3 landing page, hiding in plain sight and showing it in greater detail. My assumption is that the UI overhaul will be focused towards the menus for the time being, and this is one of the new background images which offers a more thrilling and immersive layout when compared to the bloody tool shop we currently have. We'll have to wait and see just how polished and comprehensive the UI changes actually are, but this looks like a solid start to me. Additionally, we now know that the update will include cross-platform VoIP and text chat, one of the most highly demanded features, giving crossplay a new lease of life and making it infinitely easier to plan and pull off a heist in public lobbies. It's not revolutionary, but communication is so core to co-op experiences, it's a shocker that's taken this long to be added. Alongside this, we're finally getting a lobby kick feature, so griefing should be a thing of the past, although that has always been a double-edged sword for this community. Hopefully, with improved comms, spike kicking, and the strange phenomenon where players think they can earn more on a heist by removing their allies from the lobby will be gone. Although, something about the impulsive desire to betray your allies at last minute is so heisting movie to me, it's almost a feature at this point. The press release also mentions new Twitch drop cosmetics and Halloween masks, which makes it seem likely that that's all we'll be getting in terms of seasonal content, at least this time around. Looking beyond the next update though, there's a few serious clues to the content coming out in November and December to close out the year. We have confirmation that a returning Legacy heist will be released for free later this year, with the added detail that it should allow players to relive one of the game's most popular challenges. If that doesn't scream Overdrill, I don't know what would, so a betting man's money would be on the return of the classic to end all classics. The final detail is probably the one that will excite some of you the most though, bearing in mind we now have confirmation there's a new character pack on its way, and this one will be paid. Why is having to spend money exciting, you ask? Well, we already know that the goal thus far has been to offer heisters for free as they expand the roster using characters from the previous game. So why the hell would this be paid, unless it's either a new character, which is cool in itself, or a returning but specifically crossover character, as to make that work you probably need the promise of a revenue split with whoever it is that holds the license. If it isn't obvious already, after all the Hotline Miami reposts over recent weeks, this has got to be the heavily teased Jacket, who could be joining the gang sooner rather than later. Knowing the extent of the Payday Jacket fandom, I'm imagining this will shift a fair few units, even at a price. Hell, it might even sell more copies of the game than the Year 1 edition, given the wild hysteria for the so-called Chicken Man. I think it's a sort of crossover that could really dictate the fate of Payday 3, so assuming they have managed to secure this deal, it might just end up being the most important addition from a sales perspective the game has seen so far. That's about it for the press release, an affordable way for new players to catch up with the game, insight into and a confirmed release date for the October update, and some genuinely wild teasers for upcoming content, which makes me think we might just end 2024 with a bang large enough to give Year 2 a platform to build from. It's all up in the air for now though, as we start the long 2-week wait for more content. I have a couple of new videos planned for this month to help it go by quicker, so stay tuned for them. Let me know what you think of the pricing changes, Year 1 edition, and my update speculation in the comments below. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. A huge thank you to my dedicated Patreon backers. If you want to join this crew in going infamous, check out the link below and pledge as little as $2 to see your name in the credits, or get 24-hour early access to future videos and vote on upcoming content. Take care, I'll see you all soon.